Morning and welcome to Dunsmore Moving Dirt. We're back on some property where I started my channel. It was the very first video I did. You look down there, there's a tank. Got dirt piled up on both sides of it. You can see just the top of the water. That's the very first video that I did on this channel. So we're back out here. I worked on some of his other places, but this place is the one that my channel started filming right there on that one, and that's the very first video that I did. But we're out here, and I'm gonna clear about a 1.5 miles of fence out, and he's gonna put a new fence on the west side of his property. So I'm gonna take the wire out in the post and dig a hole and bury it and then clear it so they can build a new fence up there. So when we get up and get started, I'll tie the camera on the dozer and hope that the trees don't knock it off and let y'all see some of that. So thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, I pretty well got the trees. This wasn't too bad as far as the trees being next to the old fence. Best way I found to do that, if the landowner wants you to wad the fence up and bury it, go down through there and get the trees away from it. You don't want to have to bury trees. But if there's T-post in the fence, you want to leave the wire hooked to the T-post. And then all I'm going to do, I'll go down through there and just dip my blade down beside the T-post and loosen the ground up a little bit beside each post on the way down there. Then I'll turn around and come back, because if you don't loosen the the ground around that T-post, you cut it off the corner and you start pushing, you're just going to lay that post down and strip the wire off of it all the way down. Then you've got all these posts that are stuck in the ground, bent, and you can't pile them up then, because they're just, you just chase them and they run away from you. Wood posts, you don't have to do that, because that wood post will break off, but you want to leave the wire tied to the post, and that keeps that wire together so you can push more of it. And you go as far as you can with that. Once that wire starts to come around the end of your blade, you stop and go to the other end and come back, because no matter how careful you are, after a while that wire will hit that track and it'll wind it up, and you've got a big mess, and then you're out there cutting wire off of your dozer track. So them tracks and barbed wire does not mix up. They get it wadded up in there and cut, and all you got to do. But it works real easy if you'll just leave it tied to the post, loosen the post up, and then go down through there. Now if there was some trees right in the fence or little ones, I'm not worried about it, because them little old bushies, they don't take up much room. But what I'll do, I'll go both directions and have a pile, then I'll just push it over to the side, dig a hole, push it off in there and cover it up. Some people like the fence builders to take it down, but then they've got to do something with it. So, and the posts are so old, you got to be, if you bend them when you pull them up, you can't reuse them, and most of the time they're rotted off a little ways under the ground. So anyway, I'll set my camera up, and like I say, I'm going to go down through there and just loosen the ground up beside them posts so they don't bend over, and them posts will keep that wire pretty much stuck to them, and it wads up better, so you can make a pile somewhere. Then I'm going to turn and go the other way. I'm going to leave the fence where the pins and stuff are. There's a pipeline running through here, and they come out yesterday and flagged it where it crosses. We're going to leave their gates, and they're just going to beef these up a little bit. That's not a new fence is going to be tighter. They're going to put another post in the ground and make a better H-brace out of that. That's not no good there for a new fence. So anyway, it's finally warmed up. I think it's 32 degrees right now, so it's starting to feel a little bit better out here. So I'll tie the camera up to the dozer and let y'all see some of that. Thanks for watching. Bye. Yes, we are in Texas. It's hard to believe, but every now and then we get a little snow. So I was headed back to where we was clearing out the fence yesterday, and it seems like it's snowed more up here than it has it when I left my house. But we'll see. I've got a pit open. I was going to bury some stuff, so I thought I might come up here and see what it was like. So but it definitely has snowed more here than it has when I left the house about 40 minutes ago. So we'll see what it's like when we get up there. I don't think they showed it wasn't going to last very long, but the way it looks down here is a pretty good little snow shower. So I was on the highway and I said, well, I'll turn off and go to this gravel road. It might not be as bad as that highway. It's warmer right now than it was yesterday. That's usually when we get our snow, when it warms up to like 31 to 32. We'll get more snow than it is when it's 20 degrees. So it's 31 degrees right now. So. Maybe the lock won't be froze up. I hope it's not. I didn't bring no de-icer. Well, it wasn't froze up. Luckily, I'd put a little spray on it yesterday because it was getting a little tight. I'll dry it off and wrap a rag around it just in case. Got it dried off and sprayed it again and wrapped a rag around it. That'll keep it from freezing. Like I say, it's just 31, so. the fencing man stuff right there. I doubt if he'll be out here today. It's like his seat's getting snow on it. No, I don't have a seatbelt on. And yes, I know my registration expired. I got it in the glove box. It ran out 12/24. I've been carrying it around for since January 1. When the window gets warm, I don't think about putting it on till the next morning or something, and it's cold. So I'll put it on. Well, there's the deer, the yellow deer. Well, I'm going to get out and start it up and let it be warming up. Well, it's not a real wet snow. Usually that's what we get when it does snow, but I've got that pit almost dug and I was going to bury that wire, so that's what I thought I'd do. Then this little tank up here where the fence crosses it, I need to cut that down, let that water be draining today after I get that stuff buried and covered up. That way that'll dry up where that fence crosses that water up here. That's some stuff I can do, knock them trees off that old dam instead of trying to level up where a fence is going to go. Everything looks different out here when it snows. It's just kind of quiet and peaceful. seat heater on. That thing works good. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn it off because that end is getting warm. This one don't have a heater under the seat. The J had a heater runs through the air conditioner, then it had one under the seat. Man, everything got warm in a hurry. See right here where that fence, if I start pushing dirt in there, I need the water out of here. That way I can take that fence down, and the tank's not worth, it's not even, it's in the corner. It's not 2 foot deep when it's full. This side of it's on somebody else, and I'm just going to cut the dam over there and let this water drain out of here. Then I can take the dam and fill this in. I won't fill all the tank in, just here 20 foot both sides of that fence. Then that other, it'll just finally dry up. It's not worth doing a whole lot of nothing else too. I mean, they put it right in the corner. The fence is right next to the dam over here, and I've probably got 60 foot behind the dam over here before I get to the fence. I'm gonna have a trouble finding a place to put all the brush on him on that side of the fence. I try to put the brush on whoever the side of the fence I'm in, put their brush on their side. But as you can see, that's pretty well crowded right there. I'll probably bring out a little bit of wire down here and bury it down here next to this tank. I'll have a corner set down here, and I loosened up the poles yesterday, the post when we come in, so. Tell if that's, yeah, that's a little foggy. The defrosting part don't work too good. I mean, I've got plenty of hot air. It's getting it where I need it to go on the window. Well, there are some big mesquite trees out here. Ones that's, seen one right over there, the trunk on it. You can see that tree is old. It's never been, that's the original tree there, right there. Then there's one right, that one's a pretty good sized mesquite tree. Look at the trunk on there, and there's several of them out there. That one right there, right through there. I see a lot of people, they take them and get a mantle for their fireplace out of it. Take a mesquite tree like that, a good one, and straight, big, make a mantle for their fireplace in their house out of it. They sure are pretty. And mesquite wood's a hard wood, but it's pretty. Got you sitting on the dash for a while. I'm not going to hang you outside. The screen get wet, and I could have to stop and drive up the lens, I should say. Well, I think I got her draining. That's just what I wanted. Going down that way, and that way. I'll see what it looks like in the morning. I may have to do some more, but I ain't gonna get down in there today. I'm gonna let all that kind of go out. That'll get that away from that fence where I can fill that up with some dirt in the morning. So
first alert 6 meteorologist Jen and Rose with your first alert 6 forecast. Winter weather is moving again, bringing a high of 34 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Snow showers will begin.
I may have to put a little dirt here behind me so it don't come back around. Get my camera set up here. Brush pile right in the middle where I wanted it to run. It's going to go, I think. I think it's going to go that way. Someone hadn't put a brush pile right in the middle of it. That'll just slow it down a little bit. Window sure is dirty, I know that. I may have had more water than everybody thought it had in there. Well, I'll look at it tomorrow. I ain't gonna get my tracks any wetter than I have to right now. It may be froze up in the morning. I fill that right there. I want to fill that up a foot or so where that fence is going to go on both sides. And as I push dirt out in there, that'll force some more water out, which it's still running. So enough I can wait out there and loosen them post off without getting stuck. It quit doing anything, then it started again a little while ago. It's still sitting around. Well, it's 34 degrees now. It's been between 32 and 34. It may be a little sloppy once this snow thaws out. I got a little bit done today. Had to come up here. I've just been sitting around the house, so I was putting up here. I got my pit dug, got the stuff put in it, got it filled up. I wanted to get that tank cut, that way that could dry out. I still got to go this way right here, probably half a mile, and clear the trees out of both sides of the fence and tear the fence out and bury it. So there's it's probably a little bit brushier than I've done yet, so goes up there. So get the trees out first, then wad everything up, dig a hole, bury it. So stop up here and go through the gate. I may just wait and fill up in the morning while it's warming up. So thanks for watching this channel. If you hadn't subscribed, wish you'd do that. Hit the like button, share with all your friends. The dozer is not very clean. Look at the hood on this thing and the side. I think my blade's shiny. Now my tracks are probably not clean, but we can take care of that when it dries up a little bit. So thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later. Bye. I got up here and I guess I backed over this morning coming in here. Look at the thorns on that thing. I'm going to take some bolt cutters. I thought I had an axe in here, but I guess I took it out. But I'm going to cut them because sure enough, I'll pull up. It might go through one of the tires. So. And I don't want to have to stop on the way home and change a flat. That would be bad news.